We'll be discussing the influential fashion of the Bollywood film Dhoom and its sequel, Dhoom 2. Both films had a major impact on style and fashion trends at the time of their release. Also, the costumes of Dhoom 2 were so integral to the film and inevitably the success of the film, so let us begin. Yash Raj Films' Dhoom series is one of the largest and most successful film franchises in its history. The first film, Dhoom, was released in 2004 and starred John Abraham, Abhishek Bachchan and Uday Chopra. The costume designer that had been consistent for all three Dhoom films thus far is stylist Anita Shroff Adajania. In Dhoom, John Abraham plays Kabir Sharma, the leader of a motorbike gang in Mumbai. The gang sweeps through Mumbai, robbing banks and causing chaos in the city while outwitting the police at every turn. Abhishek Bachchan plays the role of Jay Dikshit, who is assigned to deal with the case. Jay enlists the help of a skilled biker and motorbike dealer named Ali Akbar Fateh Khan, played by Uday Chopra. The focus of the first film was mostly on bikes and bike culture. John Abraham as the biker villain in this movie really made all the difference, and his intensity and performance in this role really made him stand out in comparison to the other actors of the film. John loves motorbikes in real life and he is an avid biker. His authenticity and genuine love for motorbikes comes across through his depiction of Kabir Sharma.
फिल्म आपके जो फिल्म के फैंस हैं वो बाकी भी जो आपके फैंस हैं आपके बाइकर इमेज को लेकर बहुत ज़्यादा आपसे हमेशा से आपको मानते रहें, आपको चाहते रहें. कहानी एक बार फिर से हमारे दर्शकों के साथ आप अगर शेयर करना चाहें किस तरह से लव अफेयर जो मैरिज में बदल गया है वो कैसे शुरुआत हुई इसकी?
जी, शुरुआत इस तरह हुई कि जब भी मैं 11 साल का था या 10 साल का था, माई ब्रदर्स अ शिपी, वो मर्चेंट नेवी में काम करते थे, तो ही हैड कम डाउन विद अ CB 750 4 सिलेंडर बाइक. तो मतलब आप सोचो 1985 में या 1986 में इतनी बड़ी बाइक, इतनी खूबसूरत बाइक, तो मैं हाथ लगाने गया बाइक को, तो भाई ने कहा कि डोंट टच द बाइक. वहाँ से मुझे ऐसे लगा कि मतलब पीपल कैन फॉल इन लव विद मोटरसाइकिल्स, और ये एक मोटरसाइकिलिस्ट ही समझेगा इस इमोशन को. एंड उसके बाद मैंने सोचा कि अगर लाइफ में मुझे कुछ करना है वो एक बाइक खरीदनी है, एक अच्छी सुपर बाइक खरीदनी है. एंड देन आई मेरा जो बाइकिंग लाइनअप है बहुत ही अच्छा है और मेरे एक्सपीरियंसेस बहुत अच्छे हैं बाइक.
3 reasons why a motorcycle is better than a woman.
3 reasons.
I'll bash you up. Go to your motorcycle.
You know when she's going to go out of fuel. If you fill her, she's not going to strand you anywhere. All motorcycles are so beautifully. So
Are you trying to say Bipasha is not as beautifully shaped as a motorcycle?
She's like a Yama Arwan.
Kabir Sharma really brought biker fashion to mainstream Bollywood and highlighted the biker jacket as being one of the most iconic pieces in the men's fashion space. Biker fashion and culture emerged in the early to mid 20th century. As motorbikes became faster, there was an ongoing need for more protective, long-lasting, wearable garments for riders. And as motorbikes became more popular, the culture surrounding them did too, with an alternative biker culture emerging. They encapsulated a spirit of non-conformity and freedom. Biker fashion, as we know it today, has many elements including rock and roll, punk, bohemia, and American insignia. Biker gangs popularized the biker jacket as more than just a functional garment. The biker jacket became a symbol of cool in films, evolving from the utilitarian staple to a fashion statement. In 1950s Hollywood, the leather jacket, with its evolving history, became a symbol of cool rebelliousness in films. Actors like Marlon Brando in the 1953 film The Wild One and James Dean in the 1955 film Rebel Without a Cause set the standard for the cool rebel being kitted out in a biker jacket. Later, in films like Grease, a depiction of cool or non-conformist characters was seen in statement biker jackets. Finally, in 90s Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan wears a leather Harley-Davidson jacket as Raj from DDLJ. The director of DDLJ, Aditya Chopra, wanted Raj to be different from the Bollywood hero portrayals that were popular at the time, more modest, goody two-shoes, nice guys. He wanted Raj to be a cool, rebel kind of guy, and the Harley-Davidson jacket was a symbol of that. It also successfully served as a constant reminder to the audience that Raj was part of the Indian diaspora, and he is an amalgamation of both the West and the East. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the biker jacket transitioned into popular streetwear. The aim was to bring it from the road to the runway. Despite its constantly evolving status, biker jackets will always have the character of a cool rebelliousness to them. In Dhoom, John Abraham as Kabir Sharma continues this legacy of cool rebelliousness in his looks throughout the film. He is also featured in a very sporty biker aesthetic in the film, where his style is centered around speed and peak performance on sport bikes. John Abraham's looks in this film were not glamorous at all. He wears more rugged and grungy looks, but with major sex appeal. As a criminal, Kabir's character never wants to stand out. He wears distinctive elements of biker fashion for many bike sequences in the film, including a one-piece motorcycle suit, biker jackets, gloves, a helmet, and boots. It is rarely in his casual, off-duty looks that we get a feel for the character having major sex appeal. Kabir wears a leather jacket, but without anything underneath. He wears grungy jeans, but without a shirt. John Abraham manages to bring a refinement and sexiness to Kabir with his model good looks and physique, and of course his signature hairstyle at the time. The disguises for Kabir in Dhoom as a banker, a blind man, undercover in Goa, and as a bartender are not as over the top as the disguises in the sequel. Kabir shares in the film. As a criminal, he does not want to stand out. He is never seen in attention-grabbing colors or prints. The only time we do see him in a bright color is when he is in the red Pizza Palace work uniform. Even then, all his accomplices are wearing the same uniform, so they all blend in. Kabir is effortlessly cool. In the film, he tells his associates to be cool, and he stays calm under pressure. Also, he tells them that whatever they do, they will do in style. The character, combined with the styling and these outfits, provide the perfect mix for an impressive antagonist. For more sex appeal in the film, there's also a focus on the svelte figures of the supporting female characters. They wear skin-tight pieces, short skirts, or hot pants. These outfits set a precedent for what is to come with Aishwarya Rai and Bipasha Basu in the sequel. Jay Dikshit's outfits are in muted colors like beige or brown, or he is in denims. He wears glasses in order to denote the more serious demeanor of a police officer for most of the film. Ali is the total opposite. He is playful, he is flirtatious, and he is a comedic character in the film. This is reflected in his costumes. He wears bright colors, prints, many layers, and a bandana. There's even a moment in the film where Ali is actually in a clown costume and Jay in more muted clothing, indicating their contrasting personalities. Even as a skilled biker, Ali's leather jackets are completely different to Kabir. Kabir wears sleek black biker jackets, not wanting to draw attention to himself. Ali's biker jackets, on the other hand, are attention-grabbing with lots of colors and brands on them. Dhoom was the third highest grossing Bollywood film of 2004. It was up against Veer Zara and Main Hoon Na, Shah Rukh Khan-led films that were expected to be major hits. Dhoom was an underdog in many ways, with young actors and no big star in the lead cast. It was a different film for the Bollywood audience as well, focusing on bikes and bike culture. John Abraham as Kabir, his bikes and his look in this film became very popular with Bollywood audiences at the time of the film's release. I made a TikTok while watching this movie about Kabir and John Abraham as Kabir and his amazing performance in this film, and it reached over 100,000 views on TikTok in a day. People loved John Abraham's performance in this film, and they loved his style in this film. His intense performance as the antagonist Kabir really stood out. Anita Shroff Adajania shared this about Kabir's look. John Abraham really stood out in Dhoom. His rugged jeans, leather jacket biker look. We gave him a dirty, grungy look. We didn't want him to look like a chocolate boy. While Dhoom focused on biker fashion and grungy looks, Dhoom 2 had a different tone in terms of styling and even storyline. Styling and costumes were a huge part of this film. They were like another character. Everyone in the lead cast except Abhishek Bachchan had to work out in order to be at their physical peak. Naita Shroff Adajania shared this regarding the Dhoom 2 style. "We just had to make everyone look super hot," she exclaimed. "And it wasn't too difficult because I had the best of talent. Everyone worked really hard to get in shape." I rewatched both of these Dhoom films to prepare for this video, and looking back, some of the heists are so outrageous. Hrithik Roshan's character is described as the master thief, the perfect thief. Basically, he's James Bond and a superhero combined, and this really gave the filmmakers leeway to do anything they wanted with this character for the plot. But Hrithik Roshan does this role with such conviction that you will be entertained. In 2006, the film was very different and pushing the envelope in Bollywood, so I will definitely give it that. After the rewatch, I feel like the second half set in Rio is more entertaining than the first half. Costumes were a major part of Hrithik Roshan's character and storyline. I think that the makers of Dhoom were definitely inspired by the character of the Night Fox in Ocean's 12, a 2004 Hollywood movie. The Night Fox was played by French actor Vincent Cassel, and he was also deemed to be the perfect thief or the master thief in that film. There's also a parallel moment when a hologram is used to replace valuables being stolen in both films. So the makers of Dhoom 2 were definitely inspired by some elements of Ocean's 12. The film begins somewhere in the Namibian desert with Hrithik Roshan on a train in his first disguise as the Queen of England in order to steal the crown jewels. He parachutes onto the train in a completely black outfit with red stripes and black sunglasses. He has a very sleek look with high-tech gadgets, and this immediately sends a non-verbal message to the audience that he is no amateur thief. The film then cuts to the theme song with opening credits, and Hrithik is the lead dancer. His style is different in this song sequence in comparison to the opening scenes moments ago. The character of Mr. A has two sides to his fashion. When he is on the job, his looks are very precise, sleek and cool, but it is in his casual looks like this song that we find the real aesthetic of Dhoom 2. Toned bodies, distressed jeans, urban street style bikinis and Y2K staples are all over and found on the background dancers. Also, the fashion and style in this film is heavily influenced by the beautiful, vibrant and casual style sensibilities of the people of Rio de Janeiro and Brazilian beach culture. Hrithik Roshan is tanned in distressed jeans with a vest. He wears white sneakers and some accessories, and a very 2000s style green skinny scarf. These were very popular in the early 2000s, despite the skinny scarf being a trend rooted in the 1970s. The simple addition of the skinny scarf gives Hrithik more of a bohemian aesthetic, and it's a simple way to spice up a fairly basic look of jeans and a top. It's clear from this outfit on him that his character is effortlessly cool, but in a more bohemian way. Later in the film, Jay describes him as being the master thief and more like an artist, and this is reflective in the costume design for Aryan. He isn't the traditional and classic old Hollywood Danny Ocean style thief, nor a Kabir Sharma who is a sexy masculine biker. He is portrayed as an artist in a bohemian style approach and aesthetic. Have you seen Fire and Ice Dressing? Hrithik Roshan balances it perfectly throughout his role of Aryan in Dhoom 2. There are two sides to his dress code. One is completely grungy, relaxed, and has a very passive look around it. And the other one is a hot and fierce look that is hard to miss. Anita shared in an interview regarding the styling of Dhoom 2. One was challenged throughout. It is a lot of pressure because you want the dancers to look as contemporary and as good as the stars. I worked very closely with Adi Chopra. I conceptualized the outfits with him. But there is flexibility with the actors. They totally trusted my team of 3 and me. Like, I needed Hrithik to be in super shape, and he delivered that. He made sure his body looked beautiful. After this song, Jay and Ali have their own sequence and continue their buddy comedy bits. Ali's look in Dhoom 2 remains more or less consistent from the first film, except he shows more skin in Dhoom 2 with six-pack abs and wears less biker looks. He still maintains a very playful and flirtatious character, and his costumes really reflect that. After analyzing the outfits of both films, it's clear that the styling choices for Jay Dikshit in Dhoom 2 were made so that he would just fit in scene. The aesthetic of Dhoom 2 is sexy and glamorous. Jay's look in Dhoom was pretty standard. He was a serious police officer and he had some standard urban guy outfits and glasses. So perhaps to ensure that this character doesn't stick out when he is sharing the screen with some of the sexiest actors and actresses of the time, his glasses were ditched in this film. The most interesting piece on him is perhaps this Rolling Stones t-shirt. It even made the official poster of the film. Abhishek Bachchan shared that the explanation for the character is that Jay has really upgraded from glasses to contact lenses and that he is more confident in himself in this film, so Jay wears cooler outfits. Anaita shared that Abhishek had a black and white character in Dhoom. His glasses in Dhoom was Adi's idea. It added an interesting element to his character. He has the same character in Dhoom 2, only here he's leaner and cooler. Sweetie, Jay's wife, is pregnant and we never see her after this scene. Ali and Sweetie tease Jay, saying that no one would ever want to have an affair with him. Cut to Bipasha Basu in this amazing introductory scene as police officer Shonali Bose. She is a college friend of Jay's and there's some heavy flirting that occurs between them. But what is really interesting about her costumes and the couple's costumes in Dhoom 2 is that the couple's styling really mirrors each other. For instance, when Shonali and Jay meet, they are wearing similar outfits, except one is for a woman and the other for a man. Through this similar styling, the audience is immediately aware that they are connected. This happens again with Ali and Monali and Suneri and Aryan. Costumes and styling are used in very clever ways in this film to showcase how the characters relate to each other. Shonali explains that Mr. A is an international thief and a master of disguise. Jay notices a pattern in his worldwide heists and realizes that the next priceless and perfect item that is going to be stolen is in Mumbai. Before the next heist, Shonali and Jay attend a school reunion and this results in this look on Bipasha Basu. Bipasha Basu has said that this orange dress with blue details is her favorite look from the film. While the dress is very sexy, there are frills at the bottom of the dress, making it short in the front and long at the back. The frills also has a range in color from yellow to orange. These frills give Shonali a more graceful look when she is dancing. Her hair is in glossy curls. It's a very glamorous and stylish look. The song also introduces the fire and ice dressing style associated with this film. The couples of Dhoom and the color combinations on their outfits often reflects fire and ice color palettes. For example, in this song, Shonali wears a flaming orange dress representing fire. In contrast, Jay wears a blue and white look representing ice. This fire and ice aesthetic is found even more in the color palettes of the characters of Aishwarya Rai and Hrithik Roshan. The film then cuts to Mr. A preparing for his next heist. We discover that he's going to steal a diamond. This statue moment in the film that garnered a lot of attention at the time of the film's release because of Hrithik Roshan. In this scene, Mr. A is trying to steal a diamond that is in the middle of a room surrounded by guards. He disguises himself as a Greek god statue painted completely in white paint with a book in his hand to mask the controls for a small black drone that crawls its way to the diamond in the center. This is one of the best scenes in the film. For a long time, Hrithik Roshan has been described or referred to as the Greek god of Bollywood. He is just that handsome, and in Dhoom 2, he literally embodies a Greek statue. I don't know if this film was the start of that reference of him being the Greek god of Bollywood, but it would definitely make sense.
Greek god of Bollywood!
In order to escape, he is disguised as an old man, an employee of the museum, taking out the trash. And after his escape through a manhole, he emerges on roller skates in an aerodynamic black outfit. He then escapes completely when he disguises himself with a group of runners. Before his almost final escape, he is disguised as a priest, but returns when he realizes that a copycat thief is using his name to commit their own heists. This copycat thief is Aishwarya Rai as Suneri. When he meets Suneri at the scene of the crime, they are both in black outfits. There is a focus on both of their beautiful eyes in this meeting. A 2006 New York Times review of the film describes this scene pretty well. Dhoom 2 may represent the newfangled Bollywood, but old-fashioned star power is what animates and elevates it above its occasional narrative flaws. Mr. Roshan's surprisingly green eyes meet Miss Rai's surprisingly blue ones, it's a delirious moment of unself-conscious, slightly cartoonish movie magic. When we meet Aishwarya Rai as Suneri in this film, she wears a black strappy top, camouflage hot pants and boots, with perfect makeup and hair. She basically wants to partner up with Mr. A. In her song Crazy Kiya Re, Suneri has an array of stunning outfits. The first is a Catwoman-like black leather corset with black tight pants and a sleek ponytail. In the second look of the song, she wears this black tube top and miniskirt. Her hair is left open, she has major highlighter on her cheeks. It's just stunning. In her third look, she wears a hat, red blouse, and miniskirt. In the fourth look, she ditches the hat and just has the red top with the tie-up detail and a miniskirt with the tulle border. There's this very famous shot that happens between Suneri and Aryan in this look. It was used in a lot of the promotional content for the film. In the fifth look, she has a backless gold glittery top and a denim miniskirt. Those beach curls with highlights really added a lot of oomph to her look. In most of these looks, she's wearing heels. In the song, Mr. A is seen checking her out at the club. In the basketball scene that follows the song, Mr. A accepts her as his student. In this scene, again, their style mirrors each other. We subsequently discover that Suneri is actually working for Jay, aka the police. In his next disguise, Mr. A is the nerdy guy in glasses, and he shares that they're going to Rio, so the story is moving to a new location. The airport looks in this scene are quite interesting. Suneri wears very 2000s low-rise jeans, a leather sling bag, and a tight-fitting top. Mr. A wears his very cool and casual look that he's known for. Jay is with Ali, but why is Ali wearing a burqa in this scene? I do not know. Jay and Ali meet up with Monali, who is Shonali's twin sister based in Rio. Her style and her character are the opposite of the very serious Shonali. Monali wears printed bikinis with patterns and a lot of accessories. She also has red hair. She speaks almost no Hindi and takes a liking to Ali. She is playful and flirtatious, just like him. Again, their style mirrors each other. And in these scenes, Jay sticks out. Her style is just as loud and as bold as Ali's, a non-verbal cue to the audience that they are connected in the storyline. At this point, we also start to see more Brazilian beach fashion. Writer Lara Adecola shared her experience on Brazilian beauty standards in a 2016 article for Allure magazine and set it out quite well. If you've ever stepped foot on a beach in Copacabana, you know it's quite a sight. Women with bronze bodies casually soak up rays while sipping on fresh agua de coco, meaning coconut water, or caipirinhas, the country's national drink, as hot surfers cruise the ocean tides. Men strut around in sangas, a hybrid between boxer briefs and speedos, and women wear paquina bikinis, aka thongs, like it's no big deal. Walking along the boardwalk, I observed women of all shapes and sizes wearing practically nothing while still looking effortlessly cool. In Brazil, bikini style is not a matter of body type or age, but rather a state of mind. Whether sporting cellulite, stretch marks, or a belly, women of various body types walked around with a level of unshakable beauty and self-confidence that I had never witnessed before. Brazilians exhibit ease when displaying their bodies. Also, it's hot. Correction, very hot. And because it's so warm, women have a natural approach to beauty. Sporting a full face of makeup is unnecessary, not only because it melts off within seconds, but because less is more. Brazilian beauty culture emphasizes a holistic approach. Properly taking care of your skin with sunscreen and natural ingredients like coconut oil is a fundamental part of grooming. The key is to be the best version of yourself. In the following scenes between Suneri and Mr. A, we get a bit more of her personality. She is not as sophisticated as Mr. A. Her character comes across as quite green, whereas he comes across as the Renaissance man. In this first training day scene between them, they mirror each other. They wear similar kinds of outfits. Following that, Aryan has another disguise get-up when he meets Jay. Next item that they are going to steal are coins from a museum. After this, a significant moment happens when Aryan finds out that Suneri is actually working for the police, and he finds out while he is in this amazing costume being a part of the Rio Carnival, he has one teardrop to symbolize his heartbreak on finding out this information. So I think it was a very appropriate look for this moment in the film. The storyline reaches a crescendo with the song, and the entire star cast is in it. The fashion has to be discussed. Aryan and Suneri are in this fire and ice aesthetic. She's wearing a blue and white look, whereas he has on this reddish coral shirt with jeans. They both have highlights in their hair in this song, and they really look like this very beautiful male and female versions of each other. This blue and white look on Suneri is probably one of the most memorable looks in the entire film. She was featured front and center on the poster for Dhoom 2 in this outfit. At the time of the film's release, every newspaper could only write about one thing, the bikini that Aishwarya Rai wore. Even today, it is Aishwarya's image in a turquoise blue swimsuit that you probably recall when you think of the Dhoom series. In actuality, it was a one piece with a cutout, and it was layered with a bikini top inside, the white bikini top, and a short white skirt below it. No one had ever expected that Aishwarya could look hotter than a Baywatch babe, and it was Anita Shroff Adajania who made it happen. At the time, Anita was the fashion director of the leading fashion publication L'Officiel India, and had already worked on the original Dhoom, and had already styled the songs for Karan Johar's hit Kal Ho Na Ho. Known for bringing high-end fashion to the silver screen, Anita sourced this swimsuit from Rio de Janeiro and completed Aishwarya's look with highlighted sun-kissed hair, drop earrings and a cuff. Says Anita, "My whole idea with Dhoom 2 was to use brands very unpredictably, as I felt this would create an overall cutting-edge style for the viewer. I remember giving Ash a Pucci gown to wear when she's lounging at home. Now you can't get more fashionably eccentric than that." When Aryan confronts Suneri in the next scene, he is in a very soft shade, which makes sense. It's a very emotional moment between them. At this point, Suneri and Aryan declare their love for each other over a game of Russian roulette. They decide to run for it. Their final disguises in the film are as two of the dwarves in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at a museum, and they manage to escape. But not before that, there is a bike sequence in order to remain true to the Dhoom series with Jay, Ali, Suneri, and Aryan. Finally, they are cornered. It seems like Suneri shoots Aryan and he falls to his death, but 6 months later, they are both alive and have opened a cafe in the Fiji Islands. Their looks are complementary, and Jay locates them at this point, but he lets them go. I think what makes this outfit so special and memorable is the subtle layering. It is also sexy, but not overtly sexy, and stylist Anita Shroff Adajania shared that the reason for this was to give Aishwarya Rai more coverage in order to be in keeping with the Bollywood audience's more conservative sensibilities. But the absolute highlight of this look is the jewel detail on the swimsuit. The cuff also matches this swimsuit, and I think that the highlights in Aishwarya's hair really made this look very vibrant and unique and beachy. Stylist Anita said that this swimsuit was sourced from a boutique store in Rio, and she shared that, "We were shooting in Rio. I bought most of the swimwear there. Swimwear in Rio is extremely small, no matter how large you are. Even grannies wear tiny bikinis. The whole purpose is to just cover your nipples. It was difficult with our cultural baggage, so we had to customize a lot of things. So if you see, even the white bikini top that Ash wears is two swimsuits put together with a skirt worn over it. It's layered." So I really wanted to find out, where is this bikini from? Who designed it? Where was it being sold? There were a few references to a model in the UK who wore a similar bikini in her calendar photographs, but this is a completely different shade of blue and the jewel detail doesn't really match it. So I then turned to TikTok to help, and something actually did come up which was very interesting. Someone actually commented about a Brazilian actress and model named Juliana Paes who wore the same turquoise bikini in a photo shoot during that time. It's definitely the same bikini. The Brazilian actress just wore it as a swimsuit with no layering like Ash. Interestingly enough, this Brazilian actress worked in a telenovela that had some Indian cultural focus on it. It seemed that this telenovela was very popular at the time, winning a few awards. At the time of me putting together this video, we still have no idea who designed this iconic turquoise bikini or where it was being sold in Rio. So besides the very memorable blue and white bikini look that she had, this black corset style outfit was just as impactful on Aishwarya Rai as Suneri. It even had its own poster. So the white and blue bikini had a poster, and then Crazy Kiare, this outfit had its own poster as well. While there are many looks in this song, this all-black look is both sexy and sophisticated, and to me remains the most memorable. I saw a tweet that really compared this look to having major Janet Jackson vibes, and I totally agree. I also associate this look with being a Bollywood-style Catwoman look. She has black nail polish, a smoky eye, a leather corset, and skin-tight all-black pieces. Very reminiscent to me of a Catwoman-style look. And what is interesting is that Catwoman has always been an unpredictable contradiction, existing as half villain, half heroine. Batman's devious enemy and simultaneously his love interest, the DC character Selina Kyle has leapt from the pages of comic books and onto our screens over the span of 82 years, clad in her iconic second skin catsuit as a captivating and complicated femme fatale for the ages. So when I read this, I thought it was so interesting because Suneri is a kind of femme fatale. Also, she is definitely a contradiction in this film. Mr. A has elements of Batman in his character as well. I don't know if this was intentional, but I would like to think that it was, that Catwoman was on the mood board when they were putting together this look. One of the best recreations of this look was by the influencer Hamal Patel in 2020. She cosplayed this look perfectly and deserves to be highlighted because this was just so good, and it just shows that these looks from Dhoom and Dhoom 2 continue to inspire. Okay guys, that was the video. I loved doing a style analysis for Dhoom and Dhoom 2. It was so fun rewatching these very iconic films. Let me know which film should I do a style analysis on in the comments below, because I love rewatching these films and looking at them from a style perspective, from a costume perspective. And yes, I hope you have a good week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.